The punter, Jack Fox, handling the kickoffs. And off we go from Ford Field. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he's going to be stopped up at the line to begin this ball game.
You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
Open man, that's Rome Odunze. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. A gain of 16 yards. Good for a Bears first down. Out of the shotgun, it's a give to Swift. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Jack Campbell, the former first-round pick, there to wrap him up. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 7. A play fake. Now Williams. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
Well, we knew coming into this one, Mike, that we were going to see a lot of this guy, and we knew we'd see a lot of him early. And if that first play is any indication of the rest of this game, this defense is going to have their hands full containing him.
One more time for Montgomery. This time they're ready for him. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Goff. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. A gain there of 21. First down, Detroit. Goff with the give to Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up first and goal. Montgomery is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guy. All the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Bates, good, with the extra point, and the Lions will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. In motion, it's Odunze. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, Chicago.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
A run here with Swift. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Bears first down.
And it's his first catch of the game, and it ends up being a good one. All week long, we talked about how this dominant secondary wanted to take away their best targets. And he continues to make plays like that. Their top 10 ranking could take a hit by the end of this one.
And he will score! Rome Odunze, touchdown Bears. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Khalif Raymond to return it. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. On first down, it's Goff. Open man, it's Jamison Williams. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. Here's a give to Gibbs on the zone read, and he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. Lions ball to begin this second quarter. They've got it facing 3rd and a yard. Try and run it here with Montgomery. He's inside the 30. And he will score. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Lions. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the first half. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Duvernay on the return. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He's got his tight end down the field. That's Komet. And out of bounds, but in business. They're going to have it 1st and goal inside the 5. A big-time play for the Bears. That gains an even 60 yards. So after the big play to start, now we have 1st and goal. Swift. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
That one only good for a gain of 1 to the 2 to set up 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. And he'll take it on in. DeAndre Swift, touchdown Chicago. The quarterback, with all of his eligible receivers available, uses the back out of the backfield that time, Greg, to take it to the end zone.
And when your running back, Mike, is a valid threat in the passing game, man, it just gives you so many options. And in this case, it was the running back that was the open target. He's able to put the pass on the money. Easy 6 points.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Raymond now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
On 2nd down, Goff. Quick slant caught by St. Brown. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Goff's go-to guy, St. Brown, Amon-Ra, gives the Lions a 1st down. On the ground, this is Gibbs. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
A 2nd down throw for Goff. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That's over the middle and take it in. He's got it. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation. and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Now Montgomery. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing, Goff. He's got room to roam. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Goff to throw. That's caught by Gibbs. To the pylon, he's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. Here's Bates for the extra point. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He's going to elect not to bring this one out. Probably a wise decision as this ball comes out to the 35. Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. He'll try to set up the screen here to Swift, and he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick 1st down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire 1st half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive. Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is. And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Here's carry number 1 for Roschon Johnson, and they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A 1st down.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Now Williams. To the goal line and in. Rome Odunze. Touchdown, Bears. That's his second touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4 on incentives for the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Bears will even the score. It's now 21-all. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And he'll be forced out of bounds. A very short game.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing here is Goff. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here, and they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Here's the 3rd and final timeout for the Lions. And they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now, Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
A fair catch called for and taken out beyond the 45-yard line. Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. That's a short throw caught by Komet. Now whistles. Timeout, 3 seconds left in this first half. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Here's Williams. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. And he's into the end zone yet again. Rome Odunze, touchdown Bears. A 3-touchdown game for him. That's now 5 on the year. This is turning into a monster game. Let's keep an eye on this. 3 touchdown catches alone in the first half. Could be a record-setting game. The kick is good, so add one more, and it will take a first-half lead into the locker room. quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Raymond now to return it. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it. And he's able to pick up the first down.
1st and 10. Now Goff. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. He'll go right and find his running back. And a good job rallying to the football. Hold him just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense. And they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the gun, it's Goff. He'll find Montgomery out of the backfield. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Lions first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
On 1st and 10, it's Montgomery. And he'll be brought down right around the 40. Montez Sweat there on the tackle. Second down and 8. Here's Goff. Open man downfield. It's Laporta. And he will get into the end zone. Sam Laporta. Touchdown Lions.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field. And after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Bates now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions have come back to level things. It's 28 all. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Duvernay on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. To the left side, he's got Komet. And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
All resting on the 9. 1st down and goal. They'll run with Johnson. A short game down to the 7. Second and goal. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And he's got another one. Roll Odunze. Touchdown, Chicago. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. Santos for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Bears will go up by 7. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. On 1st down, it's Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 61 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Goff gives it to Gibbs, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning 1st and 2nd down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in 3rd and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Goff throwing it right into the hands of his running back, and he's in. Jahmyr Gibbs, touchdown Detroit. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Duvernay on the return, and he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Swift, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. 4th out to his right. He's going to tuck it and go.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
You get in these situations, 3rd down, tie game, 4th quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You're going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback. And he continues to come up with these 3rd down pickups and continues to extend this drive. He's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late. Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is 3rd down. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Luther Burden, the intended target, and it's going to bring up 4th down. The Bears send out their punt team. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. That's where his team will get possession of the football. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun. It's Goff. That's right side and brought in by Williams. Still on his feet. Inside the 10. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 73 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Duvernay on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And he'll find some way to turn this into positive yardage, struggling forward for a pickup of about 2. Williams to throw on 2nd down. He keeps it himself, and he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. Double as good there. They get the 1st down and save a timeout.
When you find yourself trailing here late in the game, decision-making is critical. Not only is he able to extend the drive by picking up the 1st down with his legs, great job by the quarterback understanding, get out of bounds, stop the clock, save as much time as possible as they try to make a comeback.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Throwing on 2nd down, Williams. A quick slant, looked in by Moore. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That's to the tight end, Komet. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Two minutes remain in the fourth quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Noise reverberating off the roof. Very loud before third down. They'll drop to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
It is second down and 5. Swift. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
They're doing a really nice job of keeping this defense on their heels with this balanced attack. We've seen them be effective both run and pass, and right now the defense just doesn't seem to have an answer.
Before the snap, we have a whistle, and this could very well be a false start. Awful time to get a penalty. Now 1st and 15. To throw is Williams. Toss right side to the tight end, Komet. Good recovery after the penalty. He's back within a couple of yards of that first down. Here's second down. To throw, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago. And they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining on the clock. This offense still has the 1 timeout to use. 1st and 10 coming up now. That'll be taken in by Moore. The Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal now. Tackle made at the 9. The Bears go ahead, take their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Here we go, 1st and goal. They'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Throw it again. It's Williams. Pushed out to his left. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
This crowd doing everything they can before 3rd and goal. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Branch.
And in these tight games, especially in the second half, Mike, these are the big moments that somebody needs to step up and make a play, and that's exactly what he's able to do here. Great read, great reaction, steps in front of that ball and ends up going the other way.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. The Lions called their first timeout. Goff down to a knee. And that should be the final act in this one. So it's a win here for the Lions. They get the job done here at home, and they follow the opening weekend victory with another here to move to 2-0 on the season. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from downtown Detroit.